Once upon a time, in a vast and verdant forest, there lived a tiny little bird who carried within herself a very special gift. A sweet, melodious voice that could make the entire forest fall silent whenever she sang. Every morning, as the first rays of sunlight broke through, all creatures would stop to listen. The trees ceased swaying, the animals froze in place, and the whole forest seemed to melt into the purity and peace brought by her song. With her delicate wings, the little bird flew tirelessly every day in search of insects to eat. It was never an easy task, for she had to travel far and spend great effort. Yet for her it was a simple joy. Her hard work and her beautiful song made her the delight of the forest, the very soul of that vibrant living land. One day, while flying in search of food, the little bird noticed a farmer walking through the forest. He was carrying a strange wooden box. Curious, she flew down and asked, "What's inside that box?" The farmer smiled and replied, "Insects. I'm bringing them to the market to sell. Then I'll use the money to buy feathers." The bird thought for a moment and then had an idea. "I already have feathers, and every day I must fly so far just to find a few insects. Why don't we make a trade? I'll give you some of my feathers, and in return, you give me insects. That way you won't need to go to the market and I won't have to struggle anymore." The farmer found it reasonable and agreed at once. From that day on, each morning the bird gave him one feather in exchange for a simple ready meal. At first, this arrangement made the bird's life wonderfully easy. No more long, tiring flights, no more wandering endlessly through the forest to find tiny insects. With just a feather, she had a satisfying meal. But as time passed, she began to notice a frightening change. Her feathers grew fewer and her wings weaker. Each attempt to soar into the sky felt heavier, her body no longer as graceful as before. The once clear and sweet voice that enchanted the forest became hoarse and dull, no longer stirring the hearts of others. And when all her feathers were gone, she could not fly at all, nor search for food. The farmer, having nothing left to gain from her, stopped giving her insects. Abandoned, day by day, she grew weaker, alone in the forest, unnoticed by those who once adored her. Finally, she faded away quietly, in sorrow and regret. The story of this little bird is a profound metaphor for our own lives. Each of us is born with a pair of wings. They may be our talents, our skills, our diligence, or our persistence. These qualities shape our identity, give us value, and allow us to shine in the eyes of others. Yet too often we are lured by the promise of easier paths, by shortcuts that seem to offer comfort and convenience. We begin to abandon our habit of striving, gradually trading away our inner strength for fleeting ease. Before long, we lose our motivation, our ability to go further, just like the bird losing her precious feathers. And when we finally realize what has happened, it is too late, for the very wings that once lifted us into the vast sky are gone. The lesson is clear. There is no shortcut to lasting success. Every time we try to avoid effort, we are slowly giving up our true power and worth. Never trade away your wings, symbols of your talent, determination, and spirit, merely for temporary comfort. Short-term pleasures may bring you a moment of ease, but they also rob you of the strength to soar high and far. So keep flying, even if the journey is hard. Keep climbing, even if the steps are slow. For it is persistence and effort alone that unlock the doors to your own sky. And when you stand at the summit through your own strength, you will know that nothing is more precious than conquering the world with the true wings that belong only to you.